We had ourselves a game tonight, and the Green Bay Packers defense, I ain't gonna hold you. They look for real. They shut down the Washington Commanders and came out with the victory 27-18. Me and Stevo are gonna talk about it and break it all down right after this.
Welcome to your number one spot for all NFL news and content, NFL Central.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back into another episode of NFL Central, your number one spot for everything NFL. I'm Bobby, joined by Stevo. So if y'all tuned in, locked in, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. Stevo, that Green Bay Packers defense, they just went out there and embarrassed the Detroit Lions last week. And in a matchup versus the Washington Commanders, hey, I'm just saying, Jaden Daniels, he looked like he wasn't Jaden Daniels that we know. And yeah, they came out with the victory 27-18 at home. What is your initial reactions, bro?
Yeah, I think we can confirm that they are for real. This defense is officially elite, and they didn't look like they're missing Kenny Clark and Watts and Brooks up the hell up today. Like it's one thing to contain Brandon Jacobs and the rest of the run game. But there's one, I mean, not Brandon, Austin Eckler, Josh Jacobs. But I'm just saying, it's not even talking about them. I mean, Austin Eckler and the rest of the run game. Even with, I'm sorry, I'm just telling you right now, I'm sleepy. But you gotta adjust for the run game with Austin Eckler, who unfortunately went down at the very end. Prayers out to him. But Deebo Samuel as well, and not only to neutralize them, but to have a dual threat, that's usually the hardest thing to do. Everybody knows if you have somebody that can run and throw, that's the hardest type of quarterback to go up against. And he showed and proved that he could do that. But like you said to start off this video in this live, the tape is out. And that's why I kept on saying, even though we seen the sensational and amazing year that Jaden Daniels had and that I thought he could have, even though that I felt everything that I said, pro ready, one of the best quarterbacks coming out of his draft, I knew that. Regardless of the fact of who I thought he was going to be, second year always hit different no matter who the quarterback is. Because tape is out on you, 32 teams looking at you, 100 coordinators is looking at you. And yeah, you seen that tonight. They weren't finna sit there and play man with you on third down. And if they was sitting at 6 every time. Facts. Which means he knew he had to get the ball out fast, which he tried. But even then, the linebackers in the corners, who we don't talk a lot about with the Green Bay Packers, they played a hell of a game because they was everywhere. Regardless of the ball, where the ball is at, you seen white jerseys. Finishing plays, around plays, aggressive. I can't get mad at it. Michael Parsons, even though I don't think he had a sack tonight, pressure. Every time it was to go to get the quarterback, he affected the pass or he affected the offense in some type of form or fashion. This team is for real. This team for real, bro.
Yeah, I can't even be mad at it. When we come over here, we got to be objective. We can't be too much. We can't be fanboys like on the other spot, because real recognize real. And I'm gonna say that defense, bro. To add on, bro. Like on those third down plays when they were sending 6, the corners. You know, typically some corners they'll get deep in their drops when they playing zone. Those corners was just sitting there. They was just sitting there waiting for the ball to come. And you already know that makes the life of a defensive back easy when you don't necessarily have to do too much movement and you could just drive on the football. And you seen that all night. If it was on the gotta have it moments for the Green Bay Packers defense, they really just sat there and you got a bunch of pat downs and you just trusted your defensive line to get there. And the defensive line look like they can honestly just do whatever the hell they want tonight. And then on Jaden Daniels' side, you look at him, like even when he did get the ball out fast, he wasn't accurate because the pressure was right in his face. Yep. And they got a rookie right tackle and Josh Connolly, and I like him, but he out of position. He was a left tackle in college. And now he playing right tackle, trying to learn the game. And now your second game of the season, you going up against Micah Parsons and Rashawn Gary. That's a tall task, bro, and that's a
That ain't
tough
fair.
thing. He gonna have to take. He gonna have to learn on the fly, pretty much. So I think that with that defense, the way that it look, bro, they making good quarterbacks look bad at least for the first 2 weeks. I want to see them against some more competition away on the road.
Yeah,
But if we being honest, that's a defensive line that travels.
yeah. No matter
And
where it goes,
yeah, that's a
Rashawn,
defensive line you could
you
travel
know
with.
about Rashawn Gary, Big Blue. He's been everything we thought he like. It's very few people that you see they whole journey from high school to college and they pan out exactly how you expect. This motherfucker has been exactly who we thought he was gonna be,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna give him credit because, quite frankly, even because Micah's getting on, even then, he wasn't getting the credit he deserved, to me, in my opinion, on that. He an anchor on that defense for real, and he relentless. And I think they march to the beat of his drum, and he's always on that. So as far as I've known, and I know very well, this defense has always been on that. So that's credit to him.
Yeah, they're gonna be a hard team to beat, especially because on the offensive side of the Green Bay Packers, if we keeping it real, bro, Matt LaFleur gonna call a hell of a game regardless.
He's a great coach.
Me personally, I don't necessarily believe that he wants to fully let Jordan Love go. You see him at times to where you see Jordan Love, the leash gets extended, but then he starts to reel it back in and say, "Yeah, to hell with that. Here's the run game, and I'm gonna go out there and throw a couple crazy little looks for the defense to get confused, and we're gonna take advantage." They new weapon, Savion Williams, even had a couple crazy rushes today, and they able to utilize Jaden Reed and they able to utilize Josh Jacobs. So the run game is there.
You've been
I still,
golden.
yeah, I still got a couple questions about the pass game. Not gonna lie to you, but you got a hell of a game out of the tight end
I'm
Tucker
about to say
Craft,
Kraft. Kraft
and
was out
that
there.
was
It's funny that this nigga named Kraft because that nigga is in the land of cheese, and there was nothing but cheese out in that bitch. Not
no
gonna
white
lie,
cheese today, white
I'm,
cheese.
bro. He had 124 yards on 6 catches, 7 targets.
Yeah, bro.
Dude's balling. Like everything he got thrown his way, he came down with it, and quite frankly, probably 4 to 5 out of those 6, he had some yak to him.
Yeah.
That makes you stand out for a tight end. So he gonna be looked at. Somebody definitely didn't pick him on to his fantasy league by tomorrow morning. Trust me.
Trust me, because I'm trying to see if somebody picked him up in my league.
And it's crazy. But I'm not gonna lie, like credit, but still also credit to Love because he distributed the ball a
He
lot.
did what he
Like
was supposed to do. That's it.
Kraft got 126 targets. Wicks had four receptions, 6 targets, 44 yards. Heath had a target and a reception. Musgrave had 2 receptions, 2 targets. Dobbs had 5 targets. Brooks had 4 targets. Like he threw the ball around to everybody. He
For
threw
sure.
it 131 times. So like this the type of best game you have for him. Like there's times you like you said you gonna cut him loose, but you got to reel him back in. Like he hasn't developed that. I could throw a couple interceptions and I can shake it off yet. That's the only time a quarterback is gonna be fully comfortable enough to cut you loose.
Yeah, I agree with that. The defense, the Green Bay Packers, bro, they travel next to Cleveland. Now you know that's a tough defense, so that might be a crazy defensive battle that comes down to Joe Flacco and Jordan Love, and then they go to Dallas. But then they got a bye week in Week 5, but then they
The
face the
Bengals.
Bengals at home. Like the team really can probably start off hot if we
I'm
keeping it
not
real.
gonna lie, they got a tough schedule, bro. I'm
They
not
do.
going
The
because you got
Packers,
because after that you got Cardinals who look pretty
they
good. Not
good.
gonna lie, Steelers look good.
That's a tough team.
Panthers is your bye week. And then
Eagles,
Eagles and then Giants. That's 2 tough teams. And then Vikings to follow up after that.
yeah.
Lions, Bears.
Yeah, so it's gonna get tough, but I think that like some of the matchups is gonna be interesting to see. But Stevo, for the Washington Commanders, bro,
Oh
this
Lord,
is why I don't necessarily like doing trades early in the season because y'all just traded Brian Robinson. Y'all just
right?
got him out of there, and then Austin Eckler goes down, and now it appears that you need some help in the running back room now. Um, so for the offense, and I think they're gonna be hurting a little bit, bro.
I mean, not only that, they need a lot of work on a lot of things. Like, I see why they went out to get Tunsil, because outside of Tunsil, that line ain't shit for real.
Mm.
And I think that was another thing why, like, don't get me wrong, like Austin Eckler, and that's it. That's pretty much. I mean, say you got what's his name, Jacurry Murrett, but that's
They
about
said
it.
call him Bill.
Yeah, the
That's
fuck.
what he said. Call him Bill. That's what they said, bro. They said call him Bill.
Oh, that nigga from Montgomery, Alabama. Makes sense. Bill. But yeah, when you got those two, especially, you got to have either a good to great line to make them do anything. Because even then, Austin Eckler, the only time he had good to great production, it was behind a pretty good O line. So O line needs work. I mean, don't get me wrong, y'all got some talent on the outside, but them niggas wasn't getting no separation. And
No,
that's including Terry McLaurin. They was
wasn't.
not getting no separation. And I don't know if they just got schemed to hell, but I gotta go rewatch that because I mean, like I said, they got neutralized.
They
Like there
did.
is very few times, like I said, defense neutralized. Like I know a lot of people gonna say 18 points, bro. They got neutralized.
They
There
did.
was times in this game where it just looked like their ass was drowning and they didn't know how to get out of it. So yeah, when you get into situations like that, like don't get me wrong, they just went up against one of the best teams in the league, so it ain't gonna look like this every night. But it, to me, the run game is a concern, but the biggest concern is that fucking defense. Because the defense was a concern last week against the damn Giants, and they didn't even
Yeah,
do shit.
I agree with you because it's because the defense is old too.
Yeah,
They
old as
picked up
fuck.
guys like Von Miller. You still got Bobby Wagner, who still got a little juice left.
240.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not like they got one of the pass rushers that we familiar with, and Jacob Martin. He got him a sack though. But to your point, I don't know, and I'm not gonna jump out too early because you know that it's still early in the season and sometimes teams can catch on. But I think that right now in the NFC East, it's the Eagles and everybody else.
Yeah.
And the way that at least when they come with Dallas, they look more high powered offensively, and they wasn't too bad defensively in the first game versus the Eagles. They wasn't too bad. It was a total toe battle. And I'm gonna say in those divisional games, we definitely gonna have to pay a lot of attention to that, to those games in the NFC East because those guys right now they struggled. They struggled tonight, and you just took a major hit. We don't know the ins and outs with Austin Eckler's Achilles injury, but when you have to get helped off the field like that, and then the cart rolls out, that tells me that it's something significant. And they might have to go ahead and pivot and try to figure it out, or let the young bull run wild. Let
Mm-hmm.
Bill run wild. But then who's the backup? He ain't gonna be able to just keep taking hits without a break.
Practically, y'all better call the CFL or Arena Football, see if somebody ain't working. You better
They
call
got a
the
couple running backs on the team, but
better
yeah.
call the Ottawa Rattlesnakes and see if them niggas got some running
Bro,
back.
gotta figure it out for sure. We're gonna see what's to them though, man, because the commanders themselves, they gonna be going into some different territory as well with their schedule. Las Vegas, who gonna play hard, then Atlanta, and then a Chargers the next 3 weeks. So in the Atlanta game and a Chargers game, that's on the road.
Mm-hmm.
And if your pass rush didn't look that good today, you gonna need that pass rush versus that Chargers team because that offensive line is good.
For real. They for real.
So,
Yeah, he ain't doing against shit against Joe Alt. I seen Joe Alt make fucking Chris Johnson stand up. Chris Jones stand up.
bro, that whole ordeal was just kind of crazy to me if I'm keeping it real. But we're gonna see what's to it, man. It was a good game today, though, man. Definitely looking at the Packers like, hey, it was once Detroit running the North. Packers might be getting a spot back. I can't even hold you. But we still got a lot of football, man. We still got a lot of football to go. So we're going to see how the NFC North shapes out. We
And when
definitely
the
got a
fuck
lot of
Mike gonna
football.
start fucking coming to the field looking like Booker T with these fucking elbow pads? What the fuck is that?
Bro.
All right.
He getting ready for the cold. That damn ground about to be hard as hell.
Well, that nigga finna have every layer turf tape. Well, he should be alright. That nigga paid at Penn State, so shit, he should be
Yeah,
alright.
he said he familiar with the territory. I can't believe Michael Parsons said he likes the environment outside the stadium. I said
He lying. He trying to get good.
I grew up in Harrisburg. I'm used to this. You okay?
Well. He probably ain't lying. I
That's
forgot
why I
that
was saying.
nigga is
I'm
from
like,
Pennsylvania. Yeah. That motherfucker feel like he at home.
no,
Yeah.
the real. All they got is Texas Roadhouse, apparently.
Texas Roadhouse and corn and beaches
Hey, but
with
hey,
paleness.
that before we get up out of here, bro, how long you think it'll take for you to come to that conclusion like this team is ready to compete for a championship?
If they can get to the Eagles and they like, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 games. If they get 5 games out of that, yeah.
All right. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it though. I ain't mad at it.
I ain't gonna lie
Gotta
though.
keep it real when it's real. We gotta keep it real when it's real.
I ain't gonna lie, if y'all. I don't know if you want to pay attention to me. Them niggas seem tired towards the end of that game. The crowd, them motherfuckers got the game selling tackle. Yeah, I said,
They
them
was
niggas
definitely
sleepy as
dry.
hell. Them niggas had a
all
rough
that
day
damn,
at the.
all them damn brats they was out there
I'm
eating.
about to say them niggas had a rough day at the Bush Beer Factory. Niggas had a fucked up day.
He talking about they had a rough day in the Bush Beer Factory.
They did making fucking bratwurst sandwiches.
Miller Lite Factory too, bro. Don't they
My
got that bitch out there?
Budweiser or something. I think they
Budweiser.
they like some Budweiser ass motherfuckers. Yeah, but they drunks too. Ain't shit else to do.
Oh, bro. Hey, my son walked. Don't you know the motherfuckers that be out there painting their whole chest and then put the letters on there, and they had a group of dudes. My son walked in from his room. He was like, "They really do that, Dad?"
In college, son, they're supposed to be in for college. These niggas still leaving the college.
Oh my goodness. But hey, a hell of a game, man. We appreciate all y'all that tuned in, man. Before y'all get up out of here, make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe. Joel talking about they were tipping cows before the game. Crazy work. But that is it for us, man. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with somebody that might enjoy it, man. It was a good game. Well, the next live that we're going to do is going to be on the Sunday afternoon, that game versus the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs will be the next live post game. Should be a good one.
Hey, Jay LaCard, you spit on Patrick Mahomes, they gonna kick your ass out the league.
Hey, don't even enter the field until it's time to line up.
Your ass got to be on your best behavior, bro. Your ass, I ain't gonna lie. Keep your headphones on till they tell your ass line up to go put your shit on.
No, the real boy. What?
They gotta treat your ass like a badass junior.
No, the real. Get him out of here. But all right, y'all. We appreciate y'all, man. Y'all already